Welcome to App Design Tips. This video is part of a free complete icon design tutorial. If you want to follow along, you can download the exercise files using the link in the description below. Now, moving on from our previous video, we're going to use the pen tool to create this little peninsula inside of this map. So to help guide me, I'm going to turn this map layer back on. I'm going to move this to the top, and we can use this just for guidance or reference. And I want to lock this layer just so I don't accidentally move it around. And now we're going to click on this pen tool here. And before I get started throughout this peninsula, I want to show you kind of how the pen tool works. This is a tool that it's really easy to learn how to use, but it takes a little while to learn how to master. So let me show you how to create polygons. If you just click in any area, you can create sharp corners and straight lines to create any type of polygon that you want. And then you click on this very last anchor point, and now you close your shape. Now you can create a fill inside of that shape, and it works very nice. So another way to create shapes, if we delete this, we can go back into our pen tool. We can click different areas to create straight lines, but we can also click and drag to create curved lines. And you'll notice that we now have these drag handles that have symmetry. So we're stretching to the left and right, and that's going to curve that line near the left. And we can do this again, so we can see that that curve is happening on the right, and we also have that drag handle on the left. If we want to break the symmetry, we can hold down Option or Alt on the windows, and we can move this while it preserves this curve right here. It'll preserve that curve that you set, and then you can start a new curve. For example, if I want to create some waves, I can do that here. And you can see that it takes a little while to master, but once you do that, you can create almost any shape in the world using this pen tool. And then we can close our shape here and go right along. Now, let me delete this. We're going to use the pen tool for this peninsula. I recommend, if you're having a hard time grasping the concept of this pen tool, there's a really nice website called the Bezier game, and you can find it at bezier.method.ac. And with this, it'll teach you just some simple steps on how to master this tool. And this same tool is used in Adobe XD, which we're using in any other design tool that you're using. So it'll show you how you can use Shift to constrain the angle. And if you want to skip the tutorial, you'll get some more complex shapes, so it'll tell you to start here, and it'll guide you through just kind of creating different shapes using this pen tool, and you can get really familiar with it this way. So I highly recommend it. If you're not comfortable yet with the pen tool, just play with this game, and I think within a few minutes you can master that. If you're enjoying this free icon design tutorial, I have a complete course on learning Adobe XD for UI UX design. You can find a link in the description below with a steep discount included for my YouTube fans. This course will cover everything from learning the Adobe XD interface to designing and prototyping an entire app from start to finish. So jumping back into our design now, we can use this pen tool, and I want to start off this map not right here. I don't want to click and try to match the alignment of this map shape. Instead, I want to start my peninsula past the map. So I want to start it right here. And I'll show you why later. So we can click and just make a few curves. And it doesn't have to be accurate. It doesn't have to be anything really. Just create your own type of shape that you want. I'm just clicking around, creating some curves, and getting it somewhat close. In the end, it'll look like some sort of peninsula, which is what we're going for in the icon. And when we're about to reach the edge of the page, again, we can come out here and just go a little bit beyond. And it doesn't matter what you do at this point. We can click around and then close off the shape with this anchor point. And the key is to get this to overlap over the map in this area, so it really doesn't matter where these end up. And now I'm going to show you why. If I hide this map layer now, we can see that we have our map border, and then we have the map itself, and then we have the peninsula. So I can create a filled shape for this map. I'm going to make it black for right now, or I can make it green. That's going to be the final color anyways. And now we're going to merge some shapes again. So I can select this shape, I can hold down Shift and select this water shape, And if I merge whatever intersects, we have that nice shape, but we lost that water. So I'm going to undo that. And instead of that, I can copy this shape that we've already created. I'm going to copy that and paste it. And now we have that here. And then I'm going to hold down Shift and select these two layers. And using the Boolean tool, I'm going to intersect these two paths. And now we can see, even though everything else was overlapping, it cut it and made it really nice looking. And now this is where the layers stacking order comes into play, because we want this pin drop that we created to sit at the top. And we can see we have a really nice starting of this icon now.